Here's your word for today. Actually, two words. If you're not an airline pilot or an aficionado of old maps, you may just be stumped. The word or the phrase, compass rose. The compass rose has been around since the time of the Romans. It's an ornate illustration of a compass with from 12 to 32 points on it. It's found at many airports around the world, painted onto the runway so pilots can taxi over, line up with the compass rose, and check the accuracy of their own compasses. We've got a brand new compass rose at the Santa Fe Airport today, painted on the runway over the weekend by members of the women's flying group, the Rio Grande North chapter of the 99s. KSFR's Ellen Dupuis stopped by to talk with airport manager Jim Mottman about his brand new compass rose.
Yeah, the compass rose that they're painting today is fabulous. It's a great design. It's one that's used at a number of airports. It replaces a compass rose that we had that was destroyed because of the construction of the fire station. In other words, part of the fire station went over the old compass rose, so we had to find a new place for one, and they graciously volunteered to come out here and paint this one for us, and we're just having a great time doing that.
My name is Elizabeth Hunke. I am the chairman of the Rio Grande Norte chapter of the International 99s.
Now, how many in your chapter?
We have 22 women in the chapter right now. They're all pilots.
And what are you doing out here at the airport today?
We're painting a compass rose on the asphalt on the ramp at the airport. And it's blue and white. It's 80 feet in diameter, quite large. And it's like the compass roses that you would see in the old-time maps, like from the previous centuries, the 1700s, 1800s, like that. Very ornate, colorful, and it is aligned with the magnetic north, and so pilots can bring their planes over and line up their planes and check the compasses in the airplanes to make sure that the compasses are accurate.
Now, whose idea was this?
This is something that the 99s organization does all over the world. Actually, it's an international organization, and chapters go around to airports and just do this. It's called air marking. There's different kinds of air marking. We're doing a compass rose, but you may have seen photos of airports where the name of the airport is written out across the runway or on top of a hangar building or something like that in paint. That's also air marking. 99s do that too, although not so much anymore.
What kind of permission do you have to get to do this?
You have to work with the airport manager. Of course, they're in touch with the FAA, so you have to do it within the FAA rules. But since we're out here on the ramp, we're not actually on the runway or the taxiway. It's not so critical. But the airport manager is out here watching over us and making sure we're behaving ourselves.
Now, is there a particular reason you're doing it now?
Part of the reason for doing it this weekend is because commercial air service is going to start in Santa Fe on June the 11th, this coming week. And we wanted to do this anyway, and the airport manager wanted a compass rose, and so it all just came together that we would do it this weekend right before commercial air service starts. And the commercial air service is from Santa Fe to Dallas by American Eagle.
And how many people do you have working out here today? And why the colors?
About 10 or 11 people scheduled to come. The colors, white and blue, that's just traditional.
How about yourself? How did you get into flying?
My mother was a pilot, and so I flew around in little airplanes from a young age. And when I was in school, I had an opportunity to learn to fly because one of my friends got his flight instructor rating, and he needed guinea pigs to be his first students. And so I said, okay, I'll do it. And he taught me to fly. And that was in 1993.
The compass rose, brand new at the Santa Fe Airport.